What's going on, everybody? So recently I bought the EA4 amp, tube amp from Luxury and Precision. Well, bought the Luxury Precision EA4 from Music Tech. And I just fell in love. It was one of those things that sometimes you have been listening to so much stuff that everything not necessarily sounds the same, so variation and everything like that, but nothing just kind of blows your mind. So Mr. Crash, a local headfire, had allowed me to listen to his EA4 when we were swapping some stuff, and it was just one of those moments where my mind was completely blown. Like there was just so much depth to the music, and it just felt like you're falling into it. Like it was just awesome, right? So I had sat there and thought, huh, I've never heard a Luxury Precision DAP before. And I was searching kind of for not just that sound, but something similar because I realized that if I wasn't listening to things off the EA4, I was missing it. Like, and you can't just carry it around everywhere. It's a nice size amp. So I was just like, man, is there a DAP out there that can kind of just give me the basic sauce of that? So I don't have to carry this huge amp around and just get like a hint of it or some parts of it. So what was cool was my friend Timeslip, excuse me, had the Luxury and Precision E7 he was loaning from Music Tech. And I was like, hey, can I check that out? Because the way he was describing it seemed very similar to the immersion and the 3D sound and just the depth. And he was like, yeah, just message Andrew and see if you can get it in between me shipping it back to Music Tech, which I did. And I was completely blown away by it because it gave me parts of that sound that I was looking for in the DAP, in a DAP form, in a small form factor that was very comfortable to use. Now, as you'll see in the review, I had to get used to certain things, but that happened quickly. So we're going to do something different today, and hopefully something we do a lot more, and we are doing a review on a DAP today. So we will be doing the Luxury Precision E7 DAP. This is the Luxury Precision E7 DAP. It's the exclusive edition and it retails for $4,099. This one comes with the AKM 4497 audio board. In addition to the 4497 audio board that comes with the E7 exclusive edition, you can also get the AD 1955 audio board. It retails for $1,089. Alright, so let's get to the unboxing. You've got this nice gold box for the exclusive edition of the E7. Come to the top here, pop this, and then with most of the Luxury and Precision DAPs, you'll get in a nice wooden box like this, has exclusive at the bottom, and you just slide the top off, lift this up, and there will be your E7. Then we have the 1955 audio card on. So good looking DAP. Lift this up and you've got accessories here. And in this box you'll find your warranty card and a nice bag. Pull that out. That you can put your E7 in. And then down here, this little pack, you have a cleaning cloth and an adapter attachment. Alright, so the second half of this, I'm going to show you the audio board. So this is actually the 1955, but I have the 4497 inside because I have the 1955 here. And as you can see, these two screws, all you have to do is loosen them out and then pull this up and you can switch cards. So when you buy or purchase another card, it'll come in a box like this. So come to the top like that, and like most DAPs, the cards themselves will come in a nice wooden box as well. All you have to do is slide this off, lift this up, and this will be your audio card in here. come with a protector up here. Then you can see the card itself. All right. Luckily, it comes with a screwdriver, which is always helpful. And you will have extra screws as well. You have 4 extra screws because you already have 2 in here, which is nice. You lift this up and you've got some more accessories in here. Screen protectors, cleaning cloth, and even more screen protector accessories. So this is pretty cool because, as you can see, you can place that there, so the 80-1955 card with this mirror background does not get scratched up. So that's the unboxing for one of the sound cards. Alright, so if you want to switch out the audio boards, it's very simple. And what I always like to do is actually use this case because you have built-in boundaries in a sense. So I can put the screw there and feel confident that it's not going to roll around on the desk or fall off. So boom, got this one out, and as you can see, it's sitting out already, like that. And I just pull gently, and boom. And then I can slot the other card in to the slot by just sliding in like this, pushing down, and pushing in. And then putting the screws back in. As easy as that. At least every good DEP needs a case. And it'll come in a separate box like this. So here's the case for the 1955. Very good looking powder blue, baby blue, depending on where you're from. Slide these out. Grab the DAP. Lift this up. Slide it in like that. Then tuck this part in. And voila. Let's power the E7 up. Just to give you an idea how quickly it powers up, which is pretty nice. Now remember, the E7 is a music player in a sense. It's not one that you can put apps on to do streaming or anything like that. You basically put your music on a card, and there you go. So if you're like me that owns a lot of music, it's a great player. If you're a person that's all streaming, well, the only way you'd be able to do that is connect it to another device through Bluetooth and use it to stream and then put the music, play the music through the E7. So when you open it up, you're going to see all your titles. This is the title view. That'll be the first view you get. The second view is the album view. So all your albums will be there. Click on the album. Now this is a new operating system, much better than the P6 Pro Silver 10th anniversary that I have, where you're actually getting album art and things like that. You click into artist. You click on the artist, and then you'll have all their albums there. You'll be able to see, which is nice. And then in the folder view, which I use the most, is one thing that you're going to notice. Let me pick someone that's got a lot of stuff. That didn't help. There we go. So one of the quirks you'll notice is once you put your music on the card, it's not going to be in order. As you can see, I've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, then track 1 here. So there are programs, luckily some friends shared them with me that also have these players, and you can basically just hit a button and it reorders everything, and then everything will be in order. So that's one of the quirks. One of the nice things that I like that the older models, the P6 Pro, don't have is this drop down. In this drop down, you're able to find stuff like turning Bluetooth on and off. You've got your low gain, high gain here. You've got also your equalization. So there's some built-in equalizations, plus you can make your own custom equalizations, things like that that are here. If you want to go deeper in to your settings, you've got your play mode, sound effects, gapless, all that kind of stuff. Update your media library, all these things. Update recovery are here. Bluetooth on and off is also here. But if you want to go deeper, like for example, if you want your line out to change and customize it, all that stuff would be here. So again, it's a pretty basic music player, but if you are just all about owning your music and then slapping it on a player, then it's actually very good. So that is basically just to give you an idea of how the E7 works. So what makes the exclusive edition different from the standard edition of the E7? So one thing you have is this gold knob. The standard one has a black knob. Secondly, if you pull this down, you have the LP tune mode. Now that only works for the AK4497 DAC chip. So once you have that slotted in the back, you can pull this up and you'll have LP tune right here. Of course it goes off when I click it. You have LO, HD, and HT. So there's one called harmonic tuning, which is the HT, high dynamic mode, which is the HO, and then the LO is the low distortion mode. And the difference between the three is as follows. Harmonic tuning is richer and sweeter, suitable for pop. High dynamic mode is more grand and brilliant and suitable for classical. And low distortion mode is more original, suitable for monitoring. So again, you can change those. You can have your music playing, pop this down, change them like that, and voila, you can hear the different tunings. The final difference with the exclusive compared to the regular version is that it has better dynamic range. All right, so one of my favorite features when you switch to the 1955, AD1955 DAC chip, when you switch to that and you own the EA4 beautiful tube amp here, if you go to the line out options, I'll show you where it is. Click up here and you go into line out gain. There is a special mode for line out to EA4, which creates more synergy between the E7 with the 1955 and this wonderful tube amp here. So that's one of the cool features that you get when you get the new 1985, or I'm sorry, the AD1955 card. You get a specific mode, much like the anniversaries, which also come with this special synergy between themselves and the AA4. So does the AD1955 DAC chip. Okay, so how does the E7 sound? Well, we kind of have to split it up a little bit because we got the AKM 4497 and then we've got the AD1955, the two DAC chips that you can slide into the back. So for the AKM, for me, so I think I've mentioned before on this channel that I am slightly treble sensitive, and the AKM is actually perfect for the treble sensitive brothers out there. Let me explain in a sense, because I feel like its strengths are the bass and the mids. And when it comes to stuff like classical, throw on some jazz, acoustic, things like that, it's extraordinary. So much texture, there's so much depth to it. It's like a really good sounding chip. It really is. Now, if you are a lover of treble, I feel like it's tuned down just a little bit on that chip, but it has an organic sound to it. It's more R2R sound, which, of course, Luxury and Precision is known for that, especially their P6 Pros and their other DAPs. So when it comes to the sound, it's just like this very organic, rich sound. And playing things like Some Will Fall from Max Richter, any of my favorite Mahler pieces, when we're talking about classical, just sound extraordinary. There's so much separation. The individual instruments just come alive. It sounds really, 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 really good. I'm very happy with it. And when you even throw it to stuff like Dominic Miller on his solo albums, Just the guitars sound vibrant. Bill Lawrence and his albums with Michael League, they sound extraordinary. Especially, there's so much resolution there that you can hear like them breathing, things like that. You can hear the individualistic sounds of like the picking of the guitar and the way he's strumming it or picking it. Like it's awesome. Now, if you want a little bit more linear sound, we switched to the AD 1955, and that one is, I would say, even when it comes to the bass, the mids, and the treble, because it gives you more sparkle. Things like the Polyphia, I can't remember, Playing God, or with Steve Vai, which is actually my favorite song on that album. Sincato, those things shine because the treble is more present in a sense, but it's still linear where it's not sticking out. But there's more air there, there's more separation, and for music like that, it's extraordinary. Now, what I found out with the 1955 more so than the AKM is the 1955 is, to me, more of an all-arounder where you can listen to all genres of music and it sings. Voices, oh my lord, voices sound very, very, very good. Excuse me, on that chip. So, what I really dig about the E7 is that you are able to go back and forth depending on your music genre, or you've got one that you can sit there and enjoy most things with. And I just like having choices. And choices are always good because not everything's going to fit something particular that you're listening to, but you have the option to listen to a chip like the 1955 that allows you to listen to everything and enjoy it the same. So that's what I like about it. And then there was a third chip that's been recently announced. So what makes the E7 really, really good is that you have different flavors to your music in a sense by picking the different DAC chips that you can slide in. So pound for pound, when it comes to sound, it's great. Like I said before, the other cool thing too is with the 1955, you're able to slot it in, select a mode, and it pairs really, really well. Like I guess they were made in conjunction with the EA4, where it has a synergy mode essentially just for the EA4. And then when you connect to the EA4, it's awesome. Especially 1955. It's just on another level. Something a few years back that wouldn't be believable to have that kind of sound for such a portable and such small form factor. But yeah, it's some desktop level stuff with these two together. And I would say E7 by itself is some desktop level stuff. It's a really, really, really good, really, really, really good DAP. So if you are looking for a top of the line DAP that you have options to be able to choose, different sound signatures, more cards coming, a small form factor, and you own your own music where you like just sliding on the player and pressing play, then the E7 is great. If you are a streamer, just remember that through Bluetooth, you can stream your music. You can use Tidal, all the different apps that you want to use. So I think it's a worthy buy if you're looking for a top of the line player that just gives you desktop level sound in a small form factor that you can carry around. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask, and I will see you in the next video.